There have been several times where I was hanging out with some of my fellow Lottos on a live, and some random in the chat hears us talking about being Lotto, being Neoracial, and what does he say? Race is a social construct. Race isn't real. And for those of you who attend my lives, you know that bringing up the general concept of race is a great way to bait me into a debate. A major part of my content isn't just about the Lotto identity, but also about race in general. It's become one of my passions. So when someone challenges me on the topic, I'm ready and willing to throw down. But I've had several people tell me that I should just ignore these people when they say these things, because it's their way of derailing and disrupting the conversation. And they're right for the most part. However, I still believe it's very important that we are able to respond to challenges to our worldview. The last thing we want is to create an echo chamber. That's a fast track to end up like pretendians and believe weird, uneducated nonsense. Many of those fringe groups end up that way because they are afraid to have their worldview challenged. And look, I get it. It's not fun to have someone question many of the beliefs you hold dear, but we have to have some dedication to the truth. You know, I don't want my beliefs to be true. I want to believe true things. And those are two different concepts. You can't get to the truth if you're constantly surrounded by yes men, living in a bubble. Unfortunately, a lot of people in this world move that way. They want to feel good about themselves, so they prioritize feelings over facts. We're not doing that. We're not here to create safe spaces. You're not in fucking danger because someone called you black, okay? We're creating spaces for Lottos to express their Lotto identity, to exchange ideas, to help each other become better people, and above all, to remain dedicated to the truth. So when someone says Lotto isn't a race, or Lotto means mule, we stand up to the challenge. Now, I understand that we can't just accept all challenges from anybody and everybody. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that just want to tear us down. But every now and then, you need to be able to demonstrate that you actually can defend your worldview. If I'm doing a live with a lot of new people and they see me quickly dismiss someone who brings up a common critique of our identity, I'm gonna look bad. We're gonna look bad. They're gonna think, man, these people are afraid to even respond to simple critiques. I've even had this feeling on a few occasions. Like when I first got into this online Lotto space, before I made content, several times I saw people do just this. And I'm in the audience like, wait, that was a legitimate question. Why are you just hand-waving it away? So it's worth spending time to give well thought out responses to people who challenge us. Not necessarily for their sake, but for the sake of any Lottos who are watching us and are on the fence about this Lotto identity. We need to show them that we have a solid understanding of the things we talk about. This is why I try to have sources for many of the major claims that I make. I'm constantly reading to be very sure that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That should be the standard for all of us going forward. It's too easy for someone to just make up some BS and just run with it because it makes intuitive sense or because it confirms some bias. We can't be that way. I want us to be the most intelligent and rational group there is. I want us challenging each other on the things we say. I've openly said on multiple occasions that you can challenge me. If I say some wild that sounds way out there, you should ask me to clarify or show some evidence or provide a source. It's not gonna hurt my feelings because like I said, I want to believe true things. So I need y'all to be my second set of eyes. Don't be a fucking yes man. I mean, don't be a contrarian either, but I don't want any of us to feel like we have to walk on eggshells around each other. There's a few other Lottos I'm close with and we challenge each other all the time. We disagree all the time, but we get along because we recognize that that's how life works. This is how a community works. If you thought a community was all Skittles and Starbursts, where everybody just agrees and jerks each other off, sorry, that ain't it. Even tight-knit communities have people with differences of opinion and have knockout debates about important topics. When you look at religious communities, you've got rabbis debating the Torah, you've got church leaders debating the Bible, you've got imams debating the Quran, and despite all those intellectual battles, they still manage to keep it together, keep it civilized, and not take challenges and disagreements to heart. This is how we're gonna grow as a people. This is how we're gonna create that intellectual foundation for future generations. We got this, my people. I'm out.